cousins. Hope all is well. Hope you enjoyed Turkey Day and your family and everything wasn't stressful and the food was good and all that good stuff. Let's give Lash Legend and Trick Williams a round of applause, please. Black love. You know, it's crazy because I was like, damn, she on the main roster and he's still in NXT. I hope that don't fuck up their relationship. He said, let me go ahead and lock down that Amazon and lock it down. Them two country ass bumpkins. I love to see it, child. Love to see black love. I did see the new ad for the girls for WrestleMania down to the Las Vegas, and I got some thoughts. I have thoughts. I have things to say, so please look out for that amongst other topics that are coming, especially Stephanie's Cabaret with AJ. I have thoughts and some other things, and hopefully that will probably be a deeper discussion we can have if your mind is open to that, and it better be, because I like to argue with you. With all that being said, SmackDown was taped last week. We already had the spoilers. So what's good is I didn't have to sit through the matches. I really was watching SmackDown for the backstage stuff. And the backstage stuff, you know, it gave you some information. Some of the girls got sunned real bad backstage. I hate that for them. But we gonna move through for continuity purposes. I'm not like going to break down. Well, I never break down matches. It's not really a review. What am I talking about? We're going to focus on the backstage. It was Backstage of Palooza. Kathy Kelly was the GM tonight because they put that bitch to work. Okay? Nick Aldis could have took the day off, especially the little segment he had. Child, please, let's get into it. Michael Cole and Corey Graves on the 1 and 2s. I didn't hear shit they was talking about, which is fantastic. There was some piped in cheers and jeers because the people was tired. They just had got through watching 2.5 hours of Raw, so the people was tired. The crazy part is, no, it's not a crazy part. Was there any like marquee matches? I don't think so because Roman Reigns and them was on already, so the people already had got the big old people to come out and have fun with them. Okay, anyway, let's get the show started. The show started with Kathy Kelly backstage with LA Knight. That is your first backstage conversation. LA Knight basically looked like he was tired. He said, you know what? When shit don't go right, that's a bye week, and usually I get to go move right into the slot. But for whatever reason, these motherfuckers want to keep on playing with me with these mystery opponents like I'm some type of joke. But either way, at the end of the day, Kathy Kelly, I'm not running you down because your mother here and your family and all that. Shout out to the family, but I'm going to say this real quick. And he was kind of stumbling or whatever, so he wasn't as fluid as I am right now. He was like, I'm going to say this quick. You know what I mean? Whoever's getting in the ring with me, I'm going to whip their ass and move forward because I got plans. I got things I want to do. I'm not really understanding what the fuck is going on. What ran up Paul Levinsky's ass or why this man got me fucked up the way he got me fucked up on the show. And with all that and everybody saying LA Knight, yeah, we move right along. Jay Uso versus Rusev. When I tell you, fast forward. Let's give a round of applause for the fast forward button. Give a round of applause. I know that's right. The way I pressed on that motherfucker when Jay was in the back and he was like, I said, oh no, no. Not tonight, baby. Then he got in the ring and he was like, run it back. Fast forward, run it forward, fast forward. 4 letters, 1 word, fast. That was so corny. Wait a minute, I gotta get some. I had to get something to drink, child. I'm sorry. I couldn't let that pass by. Anyway, Rusev was in the ring crying because you already know. I don't know what they doing, Rusev. Rusev, go ahead and get your shirt. Go ahead and get your shirt and get somebody that's close to 80 English so we can go ahead and sing Rusev's Day and, you know, celebrate like that because whatever you got going on ain't working. So Jay Uso advanced. We already know that. So then we got backstage with Nick Aldis talking to The Miz, okay? And what we know is The Miz switched the balls. But what we don't know is that R-Truth came out and the ball joke is still going. And this is funny. You know how Paul Levinsky had made a comment in one of his many interviews where he was like, you know, we can't really do what we want to do because of the landscape and we might offend people. Right here, I know he wanted R-Truth to say, you don't want my black balls. I know that's what he wanted to say. If this was Vince Russo 20-some years ago, because now he down to the Juggalos, child. Let me tell y'all something real quick. I watched that Juggalo wrestling, and Vince is now the investor in his storyline. When I tell you, Vince Russo and Ariel Helwani, we going to talk about it because that man is delusional. But if it was Vince Russo writing, we definitely would have got a black ball joke. But anyway, Nick Aldis was like, I don't want your balls. You're in the thing. I don't want your balls. And R-Truth was like, you don't want my American balls? And he was like, I have English balls. And he was like, fine, you ain't got to have my balls. And then the Miz was like, listen, what you finna do? Because I got to retire the motherfucking CM Punk, childless. It don't even matter. He got to retire too. Retire both of them. John Cena. And then nigga Aldis opened it up and he was like, well, I'll be damned. Well, I'll be. And it was The Miz. So The Miz did all that cheating just so he ended up getting pulled anyway. Anyway, The Miz went out there and lost. The Miz went on out there and lost eventually. Then we got Kathy Kelly backstage. This is very interesting stuff that took place, okay? Kathy Kelly was backstage and she was talking to fucking Damian Priest. Damian Priest is lost and wayward. He big for nothing with a deep voice. But he got bedroom eyes. Did I say that before? He do. Damian Priest ain't a bad looking man. Let's give a round of applause for Lola Vice because she chopping that down. Congratulations, Lola Vice. He is knock-kneed, though, but I'm pretty sure he can still, open his legs and stuff so she could get in between. So, congratulations to Lola Vice. With all that being said, Kathy Kelly was like, so what's going to happen with you? What you got going on? Because your eye is healing up. He was like, yeah, my eye's fine. Then he was like, well, you know what? I don't know what this dude talking about with the code and all that shit. I'm street trash from Puerto Rico, from the Bronx. So I don't know what he got going on because he's German. But either way, I'm out here trying to figure things out and move the way I need to move. Then he turned around and it's all a 4'11" Zelina Vega. And she got these long claws on. She was like, so I see you seem to be lost, but I'm here to help you be found because me and my husband need something to do. And everybody keeps saying that we are the second coming of Scarlett and motherfucking, what's his name? I completely forgot his name and it's going to come later in the promo. Anyway, I'm here to let you know that don't play about my man because my man. And Damian Priest got down to her eye to eye and he was like, girl, are you lost? Are you hungry? Did you get off your leash? Do you need me to give you a bowl of water? Because, bitch, why is you in my face? I'm not understanding what's going on. She was like, Damian, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, it's going to be really easy to get you where you need to go, right back in the trash like the Puerto Rican you are. And Damian was like, bitch, you Puerto Rican too, except you from Queens, so you're not even really authentic like that. And she said, don't do me, Damian. Don't do me. And then in the background, somebody turned the light on. Aleister Black was standing there, and they turned the light off. And Zelina was like, I'll see you later. And she walked off. Okay? Then he turned around and Kathy Kelly was like, well, I got another question. And he was like, whip-a. And girl, guess who walked up? Yes, apparently she finna be the pass around. Because when I tell you, Mother Leather, she embraced Damian Priest. Child, I was like, girl, ain't you married? Like, why is you squeezing these motherfuckers like this? Anyway, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest embraced passionately, child. And she was like, hey, Damian. He was like, hey, girl, whip-a time. She was like, listen, I know you ain't got no aura, but I got some left. So later on, me and you need to get together because we need to talk about some things. How does that sound? He was like, listen, I ain't got shit going on. Sounds good to me. And they was like, whip-a time. So anyway, they was like, whip-a time. And then Zelina Vega came back over. She was like, excuse me. He was like, what, bitch? She was like, Karrion Kross. So we moved right along after that. So basically, what did we learn that's important? The Terror Twins is about to get back together and be in a program with fucking Zelina Vega and Aleister Black. Okay? After War Games, this is the next trajectory for Rhea Ripley because it really don't matter what the fuck Damian Priest got going on. We got the promo from the girls. WrestleMania 42 teaser promo. What we got going on? So the bitches is walking in. They walking in. Somebody need to get Rhea Ripley a stylist, but I'm gonna dig deep into that. Mother Bone came and slayed. Mother Gaunt did what she needed to do. And Mother Thunder, yes, Jay Cargill. Those three showed up and showed the fuck out in the style department. And we'll just give a little bit of kink for Io Sky because what she had on is cute. Round of applause for the three. For the three. Tore that shit out the frame, but I still feel some kind of way. Once again, if you want some action figures, they're gonna be down to the Target. And do people still go on to Target? Well, I'm just gonna say I did go on to Target because they had the all blacks Ferrero Rochers. And I know I pronounced that shit bad as fuck, so don't even correct me in the comments. You already know what I'm talking about. They got the all dark chocolates. Yes. Moving right along. Like I said, LA Knight won. Then Charlotte Flair and Asuka, they had got together and they had did the little backstage joint, and it was completely unnecessary because Scarlett was like back there stretching her arms out, and we had Rhea Ripley and Io Sky holding each other and gazing in each other's eyes like two big giant lesbos. And then we had pigtailed up Alexa Bliss, and Alexa was like, "Yeah, girl, cause you gonna do your thing." And Mother Bone was like, "Yes, you know how I get down. You ain't got to worry about it." And she looked up at Rhea Ripley. She was like, "Ain't that right, mate?" And Rhea was like, "Oh my God, you speak how I speak." And then we had Mother Skip. AJ Lee, she came into the frame and she was like, "You know what, guys, you don't have to worry about anything because I'm going to make sure we win." I said, "Girl, Mother skipping her shorts. Are you not going to like switch the shorts up? You could put on some Nike shorts. You could put on the old school basketball shorts with the white trim. Like you could get on some culottes. You could put on some cargo shorts. Like, girl, I'm going to need her to update her shit. She dated as fuck. Anyway, you already know she gonna be laid around the ring right along with Alexa Bliss. She ain't gonna be doing no real wrestling, no way. And moving right along, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka for the War Games advantage. Charlotte Flair pinned Asuka clean. Then we got another backstage segment with the bad guys. The bad guys, before they even got to it. What's her name? Mother Gaunt came in and she was talking like, "Listen, I'm already beating the War Games. I'm 100% sure." She pointed at last. She was like, "You're 0." She pointed to Nia. She was like, "You're 0." She pointed to Asuka. She said, "You're about 8% because you won once and that's cute or whatever. But listen, y'all need to just all look at me and what I got going on. So when we get in that cage and the cage close, just go ahead and do your thing." And Nia was like, "Girl, shut the fuck up. Okay, because it's cute or whatever. But you need to have a sandwich because you ain't finna be doing nothing for real in that ring. No way. Because Lash Legend is here. You understand?" And Lash was like, "Yes, girl, calm the fuck down." Asuka was like, "Listen, I'm about to go in the ring and win because the last time I fought Charlotte, I put that bitch on the shelf. I ruined that bitch's marriage." Okay? And everybody's like, yes. Then she said, "Don't even worry about it because I'm about to do it." Then she said it with rolling her tongue. She was like, "No one is a real Asuka." Like that. She was like, "Rhea, rah." And I was like, "Okay, Asuka." And Kyrie was over there dancing. She was like, "Kyrie." And they was like, "Okay, girl, whatever you finna do," because is she abusive to Kyrie? And they was talking about the abuse that Kyrie going through. I will tell you one thing, and I'm going to say it again. When the black girls get in on the scene, they always somehow give some of their aura to the bitch standing next to them because Nia Jax got that wig split wide the fuck open. She looked fantastic. Give a round of applause for Black Girl Aura. Black Girl Aura. Yes. Give a round of applause. You can't even debate it or fight it. Anyway, Charlotte Flair won clean. Moving right along, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke, Rey Fenix, Motor City Machine Unks versus the MFTs in the traditional Survivor Series elimination match took place. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all already know who won, right? The MFTs won. Solo Sikoa won or whatever. He was the sole survivor. And so while he was in the ring clicking his heels or whatever, we see the lights go out and the fireflies come out, and then the lights kind of come on a little bit, and we got the high school production of the Y6 standing on the ring. Okay? And Solo was looking at them like, "Ain't this a bitch?" And then Uncle Howdy came in, and Mother Abigail, it don't even matter. Mother Abigail, Sister Abigail, Aunt Abigail, Abigail, that motherfucker into the ring. And then he stood there and said, yeah, 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 yeah. And that's how the show went off. Backstage at Palooza. Did I forget for the Tommaso Ciampa had ran into Ilya Dragunov because Ilya was like, anybody that want to touch this belt is free to come up and touch it, Kathy. Like, seriously. And Tommaso was like, bitch, I want to touch the belt. And Ilya was like, you know what? You going to touch the belt, you jackass, and walked off. I was like, okay, so we going to run with that, child. Then, let me tell you about the big one. So after, I don't even know how I forgot this. This was crazy. This was crazy. After Jade Cargill walked to the ring and fucked up what Chelsea Green had going on, child. And then remember the fireworks went off. This is the backstage segment. So Jade Cargill was stomping backstage, and Kathy Kelly was like, "Why you went out there and fucked up what Chelsea Green got going on?" And Jade was like, "First of all, Kathy, let me tell you something. If anybody got something slick to say about me, I'm coming to clear their ass out." Does that answer your question? Kathy was like, "Bitch, I ain't the one. I don't wrestle." So Jade went ahead and kept stomping. Girl, she ran into fucking B-Fab. When I tell you, Jay was like, bitch, you got something to say? And B-Fab stood down. I was like, oh my God, you let this bitch son you. B-Fab looked scared as fuck. She was like, that's what I thought, and walked off. I said, oh my God, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Because in Black Girl World, that little joint, that little unit Jade Cargill had on would have came right the fuck off. Like, who you listen, I don't give a fuck how big you is, bitch. You never sunning me. Then we got the worst part, child. Let me tell you then. So B-Fab standing there devastated, and she put her hood up, child. That's how fucked up she was. And then her homegirl, Misha, gonna come over. I'm me again, because she gonna come over talking about, girl, you alright? I can't believe that she ran down on you like that. You know how we get down. We don't get down like that, girl. You know what? I'm going to have to get in the ring and get her together because she overdoing it tonight. She stretching it. I was like, Meechin, listen, you need to start talking regular because I don't know how the fuck they talk in Los Angeles between you and Mr. Nigga, Jacob Fatu. I'm all gas and no break. And you always talking about, yeah, girl, because this is how I gets in the field. I get it in. Jade Cargill's finna eat both y'all asses up. She already ate old girl up, sun the fuck out of her. Now you finna get in the ring, get your ass pulverized and blended into that bitch. Then you gonna be backstage looking crazy. What the fuck are they doing with these two girls? B-Fab literally could be the equivalent of Maxine Dupree, right? Where is Gulia? Where's Mother Ghoul? I guess they said we don't give a fuck. She ain't doing nothing nowhere. And to be honest, that's really SmackDown. So just for a quick recap, and we're gonna wrap it up. Mother Leather and Damian Priest is getting back together so they can go after fucking Zelina Vega and her man, Aleister Black, right? Then we got R-Truth still talking about his balls to completely dejected and castrated and fucking spayed and neutered all up and through the show. Kat Kelly ran the show tonight. Becky acts like Donald Trump. That is the development of her character. If y'all had noticed, you should have noticed because that's what she's doing. Mother Skip is going to continue to wear these tight ass pants and these chucks because character development is not a thing in WWE. I think we hear everything. So tomorrow's Survivor Series, War Games. Yes, I'm going to try to push through, do the best I can, what I got, and I will have that up, hopefully. Hopefully, if I don't pass the fuck out and bust my head on the floor, rolling out my fucking bed. It ain't but 4 matches. I hope they don't be trying to give no, 30-minute jumps, especially for the men, because all them motherfuckers is old and tired. We already know how that's going to work. And like I said, the women ain't going to be through but about 3-4 bitches and then really wrestling like that. So with all that being said, I'm going to leave it right there. Y'all get in the comments because that's all I got. I ain't got no more.